Welcome to what will be the third video in the Newbie Rumble 3 tournament series. In this video, we will have the first round of the losers bracket, followed by the third round of the winners bracket. To start things off, we've got Jeoshy's Klinken on the left versus Ironlad's Splegwin on the right. This is after both a fix phase, an enhancement phase, and also the 48 hours during which participants were allowed to modify their vehicles due to the significant changes in the beta test branch. So, a quick look. I believe during that 48 hours, Jeoshy opted not to change much, but then following his knock from winners down to the losers bracket, he added some torpedo defenses, so his entry is largely the same. The main difference being that it's now got some torpedo defense. Ironlad's Splegwin changed quite significantly, so you'll notice it is no longer quite as cute as it was before. Instead of the triple barrel turret, it now has a single 6-barrel one on the front and an absolute ton of missiles. So otherwise it seems to remain unchanged from what it was before. So without further delay, let's get this first match underway. And 3, 2, 1, fight. And there go the missiles. Some interceptors being fired by Jeoshy, but they seem insufficient. Not enough to keep up with that barrage. There goes Jeoshy's cluster missile. Can it make it to the target? It appears to be. Splegwin quite low in the water. Looks like the missile's gonna... Yep, there goes the EMPs. Some damage to the frontal armor. The missile barrage is relentless, however. Klinken is down to 93%, while the Splegwin is still at 98. It looks like both the detection and the interceptor turrets have been knocked off, which means that Jeoshy's APS is missing quite a lot. You can see those shots are going wide the majority of the time now. It seems the missiles have done their work. They've knocked off important pieces, largely crippling the ship's ability to deal damage. It seems that the dodging is just trying to dodge, but not quite dodging enough. And there goes the cluster missile turret that's sat on the top like a big chimney. Jeoshy is down to 80% now. Splegwin is still largely unhurt. That APS is just unable to get a bead on the Splegwin anymore. Question is, will the Splegwin be able to kill Jeoshy before it runs out of resources? Still seems to have plenty left in the tank so far. Jeoshy at this point is a punching bag. Or the Klinken is, rather. Seems to have its front blown open. You can see its insides. But it isn't sinking though. It's not giving up without a fight. ABS is still firing away, wildly flailing. I think any hits that it makes are just based on complete luck at this stage. Missile barrage is doing its work. Not much to say anymore. Jeoshy's Klinken is taking a beating. No longer seems able to fire back. Appears that the last remaining piece of weaponry has been disabled. Turret torpedo defenses unfortunately unnecessary in this matchup. Seems to be trying to repair the damage, but at this stage it's probably wasted effort. Splegwin appears to be mostly unharmed. Some damage to this front armor, but it doesn't appear to have exposed anything important. Appears the weapon systems are largely intact. It is chewing through its resources quite quickly though. The Klinken is holding on somehow. It's almost down to that 55% mark. If it does manage to reach it, then it will mean death. And it seems likely at this stage. Oh, that was a large hit. That may have been the ammo containers. And will it reach 55? Oh. Says it's 2 damaged. And that may be the end of the first round. Yes. That's the end of the first round of this match. Well done, Splegwin. Well done, Ironlad. And we will start the second round of this match momentarily. Alright, for this one we will have the Splegwin on the left and Jeoshy's Klinken on the right. And 3, 2, 1, second match fight. Starting much like the first, that missile barrage is coming in. Interceptors appear to have been blown off by the turret very quickly, which is impressive. Those missiles getting to work right away. Let's see if this cluster missile can make a difference this time. And there comes the EMP. Knocking off a few blocks, but it appears to be largely superficial. This Splegman is mostly undamaged, while the Klinken has taken a beating. Appears the detection turrets are gone once again, and the shots are going wide. Effectively neutered. Cluster missile turret is also appears to be irreparably damaged, unfortunately. Lincoln down to 87%. Splegwood still on 98%. Seems quite one-sided. Cluster missile chimney of Joshy's Klinken has fallen off. APS is still pounding away. Unfortunately, the shots are going wide. Looks like it made a hit though. At some point, one of those shots managed to get through. No noticeable damage to the weapon systems, however. Looks like it managed to knock a bit of top armor there with a hole in the top. A few holes in the front. Everything still appears functional, however. You can see those shells coming from the Klinken. Oh, made a hit. Blocks knocked off. Nothing major. Oh! And it appears to have knocked off the gyroscope. Ooh, this could be bad for the Splegman if it can't maintain its... Oh, it appears to be going for a dive. And down it goes. The missile's still firing, however. But if it can't keep upright, if it goes too deep, it'll start racking up penalty points. That has thoroughly discombobulated it. The missiles, however, don't seem to care. Oh, it is going deeper, and it's starting to rack up penalty points. This could be a win for Jeoshy. And it's going ever deeper into the water. This is not looking good for this Splegman. It may be a penguin, but diving is against the rules. And down it goes. What an interesting turn of events. And the win goes to Jeoshy. In a surprise upset. APS managed to take out the gyroscope that kept it floating stably. So that means we'll go to round 3. Okay. Once again, same as before. Klinken on the right, Splegren on the left. 3, 2, 1, and fight. Starting off much the same as before. That turret has just taken out the interceptors quite handily, very quickly. If there's any chance of missile defense is instantly gone, unfortunately for Jeoshy. And there goes the detection tower. So once again we're back at the situation where Jeoshy is firing blindly and just praying that the APS can make a lucky hit like it did last time. Splegren seems to have taken almost no damage, missing 0.2%. No noticeable damage to the ship. Jeoshy down to 91%. Slowly being taken apart by this Splegren. Cluster missile turret is disabled. APS is still firing away. Cluster missile chimney has been knocked off. The one thing working in the Glinken's favor is that it's built like a brick shithouse. It will not be taken down easily. That APS just missing and missing and missing. Minimal damage to this Splegren. Some armor blocks knocked off here and there. Otherwise unharmed. Looks like some of the APS got knocked off. Still firing, however. Jeoshy is Glinken is being slowly taken apart. Impressively, the APS always seems to manage to be able to continue to fire, even after the rest of the ship has been scraped apart. It must be very well armored. Could probably have done with some active sonar detection in the case that the upper detection got blown off, but I guess that will be a lesson for next time. And it appears that a large part of the APS's armor just got blown off. Still firing, however. Glinken is down to 70%, refusing to die. It's not going down without a fight. Just hoping for that lucky shot. Appears to be firing faster than before. Perhaps because the deck is no longer in the way. It doesn't have to worry about shooting itself. Splegwin seems unconcerned. APS appears to have... Oh no, it's still going. Somehow. The Lincoln has been absolutely battered. Oh, man. It is not going to fire anymore because it just fell off. However, the Klinken still has more materials than the Splegwin, for whatever that counts for. And those missiles have started going wide. I guess that would be because the Klinken either no longer has a hot enough infrared signal, or there is not enough metal on display for the radar to pick it up easily. Its detection profile has gone down. Klinken is down to 62%. It is staring death in the face. You can see the repair bots have been trying to repair that turret. Perhaps unwisely. It's doing what it can to survive. Still trying to repair that turret. Oh, you can see the EMP rockets in the back there. Klinken is refusing to die. Splegwin almost out of materials. Can it kill it before it runs out? Lincoln down to 56%. And the Splegwin is now empty. 55.6. So close to being dead. The Splegwin appears to have lost its propulsion and as a result appears to be sinking. That is not good. There is still 2 minutes left in the match. Klinken is down to 55.4% but is not dead. And the Splegwin has gone too deep and is starting to rack up penalty points once more. This seems unfair. But that's how it goes. Somehow the Klinken managed to hold on. And now the Splegwin is self-destructing. And wow, the third match goes to Jeoshy's Klinken, who just refused to die. Unfortunately, it seems that the Splegwin had a major design fault in that when it ran out of materials, it just sank. And so, congratulations, Jeoshy. You will move on. Unfortunately, Ironlad, you have been removed. And so, congratulations, Jeoshy, and we will move on to the next match. Welcome to the second match of the Round 1 losers brackets. So for this match, we have the Class B Destroyer by Edelweiss on the left versus the Legionnaire NRF by Somabody on the right. So let's see if there have been any major changes. So this is the Class B Destroyer by Edelweiss. I don't believe there have been any major changes. I think he added some missile defenses. But otherwise it remains largely unchanged. And over here we have Somabody's Legionnaire NRF, which I also believe has pretty much remained untouched. And let's get this match underway. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Not much happening at the start of the match. Class B Destroyer getting some early damage. Sorry, Somabody's Legionnaire getting some early damage on the Class B Destroyer. Class B Destroyer's turret's getting stuck. So, this is a lesson to set turret restrictions on your turrets, otherwise they can get stuck on themselves like that. Legionnaire is picking away. Class B Destroyer, however, seems to have quite good repair, or is not taking a lot of damage. I may have gotten the ships confused, my bad. So yeah, this is the Legionnaire NRF. That back turret's still unable to unstick itself. However, it seems to be doing enough damage. Class B Destroyer down to 92%. It's taken a beating. Seems to be fairly lightly armored. The front APS totally disabled, while the back APS unable to turn around, I suppose. It can't shoot through the ship. Its front side is slowly being taken off. Missiles firing. But they got decoyed. Very nice. Class B Destroyer down to 82%. There's some torpedoes coming in. And taking out, looks like those were great big EMP turrets, torpedoes, and it looks like the AI was taken out. Yep, and that's an AI deaded ship. Well done to Somebody's Legionnaire, you take this match. This round, sorry. And we'll get the second round on the way for this match. Okay. So we have the Legionnaire on the right and the Class B Destroyer on the left. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Once again, a slow start. This time the turrets are all facing the right way, which is fortunate, so it can bring that extra firepower. Class B Destroyer getting picked apart. There's that EMP torpedo. And it's already taken the AI out. And it's AI dead. That was a quick match. So, well done to Somabody, your Legionnaire will move on. And that is the conclusion of this match. This will be the third and final match of the round 1 losers bracket. And we have the FSV6 Marshal by Eternaldoom on the right versus the HMS Ragtag by Mystic on the left. I don't believe Mystic has made any changes to his craft. I think it remains the same as it was before. While I believe Eternaldoom has made a few changes to fix up his craft to work with the latest beta test patch, so fingers crossed that that all went okay, and then it will be able to fight correctly. So, without further ado, let's get this match underway. 3, 2, 1, fight. And there go the pack cannons doing minimal damage. A few blocks falling off. The large turret barrage, torpedo barrage is coming in. There are those cram shots. Just missing. There's the decoy. Yep, and it appears to be working quite well. The majority of the torpedoes being distracted. One of them getting through and doing quite a chunk of damage. Those pack cannons fired again. Not too noticeably damaged, however. And there should be a new pack shot coming soon. And quite a hit there. Appears to have disabled that cram turret and taken out part of the missiles. Part of the torpedoes, sorry. Those torpedoes getting decoyed quite nicely. However, they still appeared to have done quite a bit of damage to the backside. Another decoy launched, and the HMS Ragtag appears to be dead in the water. Oh no, it's still moving, just very quite slowly. And there's another devastating pack shot. Pushing it underwater. Marshal is moving in for the kill. Oh, and a point-blank cram shot, just narrowly missing. Marshal is turning or running away. Ooh. Blocks are flying. HMS Ragtag is tipping slightly. AI is still alive. And it's like a hungry shark circling. Oh, devastating hit. Appears to be sinking. Hull shot clean through. But it's still alive somehow. It's now horizontal. Yep, and it's below 80% and sinking. But yep, and this first round goes to the Marshal by Eternaldoom. Let's set up for the next match. So we've got the HMS Ragtag on the left and the Marshal on the right. And 3, 2, 1, fight. There goes that pack again. Looks like it largely missed. Here come the torpedoes. cram shots. Almost making the mark, but not quite. And they appear to be getting decoyed once again. Ooh, and a big hit by the pack turret, taking off that cram turret, taking a sizable chunk of health. One of the torpedoes making it through, once again hitting the same spot as before. Ooh, and another big hit from the pack turret. Torpedoes away. Unfortunately, don't appear to have one turn enabled. Or I'm not sure, but they possibly getting decoyed. Probably not. Oh, 2 torpedoes. Taking off chunks of the Marshal. Oh, and there's that devastating pack once more. The blocks are flying. The ragtag appears to be dead in the water. And that's the other cram turret gone. Doesn't seem to have much left. It's below 80% and sinking. Oh, there's the pack just to send it home. So congratulations, Eternaldoom. The Marshal will move on. Bad luck, Mystic. Okay, we now have the first match of the round 3 of the winners bracket. On the left-hand side, we have Sunny Lemonade's Priestess. And on the right-hand side, we have Satire's Mosquito. So let's have a quick check. I don't believe these designs have changed in any significant way. So this is the Priestess, appears to be unchanged from before. And we have Satire's Mosquito, also I believe largely unchanged. And without further delay, 3, 2, 1, and fight. Mosquito immediately starting with its kinetic APS barrage, taking off pieces of the Priestess, and those turrets appear to be possibly disabled. Oh no, they're just facing the wrong way. Mosquito haven't taken only a small amount of damage. You can see that kinetic APS going wild. Sunny Lemonade down to 95%. Both contestants Contestants putting up a good fight. The blocks are falling off though. It's like someone's pulled a thread and it's just coming apart. Priestess is on the run while the mosquito is chasing it down. Priestess is down to 91% while the mosquito is still looking healthy. Repaired itself back up to close to 100%. Unfortunately, while the priestess is running away, it's just unable to bring those front guns around to fire. The rear turrets appearing to have been mostly blown away, and there goes that first turret, is just popped off, taking a large chunk of health with it. The backside's completely poked full of holes. The priestess unable to bring much firepower to bear. Down to 80%. Impressively still driving quite quickly despite having its backside blown off. Propellers are still alive, I see. Mosquito's quickly running out of materials. Whether that will matter or not, we shall see. It is relentless in its pursuit of the priestess. I'm not sure what's causing this frame stuttering though. May have to restart after this match. Could just be the large volume of blocks that are falling off. Priestess now down to 73%. That sounded like a sizable hit there. And now the priestess is capsizing. And this looks like to be the end of this match. This round, sorry. Oh, and there goes the front turrets. 2 damaged. Oh, Mosquito's now sinking, however. But Not before the priestess succumbed to her wounds. Well done, we'll do the next round right after I restart. Okay, and... oh, hold on. Okay, and this will be the second match for this round. First match going to Satire's Mosquito. Once again, the Mosquito on the right versus the Priestess on the left, and 3, 2, 1, fight. And immediately, large pieces are being knocked off. That detection turret is gone. Priestess getting peppered by that kinetic APS. But it is doing some good damage to the Mosquito, however it appears. Mosquito rapidly retreating. Seems to be very agile on the water. Priestess is once again on the run. Those front APS completely useless when they can't turn to fire. And the Mosquito is slowly taking apart its backside, much like the round before. Big hit there. Mosquito largely unharmed, while the Priestess is down to 83%. Beginning to capsize. You can see that kinetic APS just shredding it, shredding the armor. The plates are just flying off. Turrets at the back completely gone. And it's beginning to capsize once again. Sounded like a large explosion there. Yep, one of the turrets just got popped off. Delicious carnage. That kinetic APS picking it apart piece by piece. The mosquito is unrelenting. Mosquito's just about run out of materials, however. Is now officially out of materials. But Sunny Lemonade is still not dead. Somehow still alive. And it appears that it just took some damage somehow. Not sure how that happened. Perhaps it shot itself. 55.6%. 55.1%. Still not damaged enough. Somehow the mosquito is just self-destructing. I don't know how that works. And it is now 2 damaged. Congratulations, Satire, you'll move on. Bad luck, Sunny Lemonade. Hopefully I'll see you next time. We now have the second and final match of the winners bracket. We have Johno's Rainbow Ride on the left versus the Raven's Spyro on the right. So Johno opted to make no changes to his vehicle, so it remains the same as when it first entered. The Ravens had some minor changes. The turrets on the top, which were casemates originally, are now these interesting looking, what looks like some kind of kinetic APS or something. I'm not entirely sure. And yep, the missiles remain the same. So without further dilly-dallying, the Raven on the left versus Rainbow Ride on the right. 3, 2, 1, fight. There go the crams. Can they make their mark? All missing. And there go those giant-sized torpedoes. The Raven taking some small amounts of damage. Those crams will be quite effective. Ooh, the Raven is taking some hits there. This could be a collision. Driving into each other. Ooh. And here come those island-sized missiles, torpedoes, sorry. Just managing to stay just ahead of them. Missiles almost making its mark. Practically side by side. And there goes the first one, it's managed to make a hit. The other's not quite able to keep up, catch up. The Raven is keeping its distance. Those cram shots. Oh, and I'm seeing some huge damage. It appears that the backside propulsion has been knocked off and the missiles are starting to make their mark. And it appears that backmost cram turret has been disabled. Spyro's Raven, however, is on its side, which is probably not a good sign. Rainbow Ride is going for a ride underwater. This could be a case of both contestants being unable to continue. It appears the Rainbow Ride has begun sinking. And more torpedoes are on the way. Ooh, devastating hits. It appears that it doesn't matter that it's on its side, it can still fire those incredibly large torpedoes. And, yep. Appears that Rainbow Ride was below 80% and sinking, so this first round goes to Raven, Spyro's Raven. Alright, let's set up for the next one. So we have Rainbow Ride on the left and Raven on the right. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Starting off the same as last time. Crams largely missing by the look of it. Yep. Unfortunately, the interceptor's unable to intercept torpedoes. A couple of crams making a hit, but largely missing. No significant damage to the Raven so far. And those giant-sized torpedoes making their way. Doing devastating damage. The last one narrowly missing. Another barrage of these giant torpedoes is on the way. This time perhaps it may be able to outrun it. Oh, just narrowly missing. But it is on its way. Raven is taking a beating from those crams. Those drawing ever closer. And will it hit? Yes. That could be the beginning of the end. Now that propulsion has been knocked out, its ability to evade those torpedoes goes down drastically. Being pelted by crams, but still staying up. It's a solidly built little craft. Johno, however, is slowed to a crawl. Still able to keep firing those crams, however. I haven't seen any torpedoes for a while, so it's possible that the turret has been knocked out. Nope, there's still a few firing. And they're on their way. But they seem to be stopping halfway for some strange reason, like they've run out of propellant or something. This one's on its way, however. Ooh, a big hit. Johno is half in the water. And the Raven is once again on its side, like a half-dead goldfish. cram shots, quite a ways to go, skimming off the water. The Raven showing its belly to Johno, being submissive. Rainbow Ride probably could have done some repair bots. Spyro's Raven no longer appears to be firing. Yes, it appears that the turret, the all-important missile turret, appears to be damaged. I guess showing its belly was not a good tactic. You can see it's clearly taking a large amount of cram shots to this side. This side largely undamaged. If it goes to 10 minutes, the winner will be based on who has the higher percentage, which at the moment is Raven. However, that may change. Raven, possibly foolishly, seems to be driving closer to the cram cannons. AI not known for its intelligence. Cram's not doing a lot of damage, it would seem. Rainbow Ride dead in the water, but still able to fire. Oh, it's not dead in the water, it's moving, but at a very slow pace. You can see where the torpedoes did their work, blowing the propulsion apart. Oh, and that just narrowly pushed Rainbow Ride into the lead for this match. Appears that... oh, never mind. I got excited and thought that the turret may have repaired itself, but unfortunately not. Much like Rainbow Ride, the Raven probably could have used some repair bots. Although maybe it has some, because I believe... was the top not shut off? No, that was the last match. Both contestants still with plenty of materials to spare, even at the 8.5 minute mark. Raven is limping along. Oh, and the cockpit just got shut off. Although the wheel's still there, so you could just still drive it. No, not anymore. Appears that Johno will most likely take this match by a narrow margin. Yep, and we've reached the 10-minute mark, and so I will adjudicate this match in favor of Johno's Rainbow Ride. Unfortunately for Spyro, his torpedo turret got shut off, at which point his damage output ceased. So we will move on to the third and final match of this round. Where are we? Yes. So we have the Rainbow Ride on the left versus the Raven on the right. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Cram volley going off. And not quite making it. Once again, largely skipping off the water. A few hits now. And there are these giant torpedoes, slowly but surely making their way. Vehicles quite close to each other. Those crams doing an absolute number on the Ravens. And it appears to have taken out the AI, possibly. Yes, it's AI dead. Wow. What a match. Congratulations, Johno. You will continue on in the winner's bracket. That was a very lucky cram shot right then. Very impressive. The Raven will move down to the losers bracket. So a reminder to both Spyro and Sunny Lemonade, since you have both moved from winners to losers, you are both eligible for an enhancement phase should you wish to take it. Other participants are eligible for a fixed phase. If anybody wishes to take one of these phases, please let me know as soon as possible, because the sooner we get the phases done, the sooner I'll be able to host the next round of matches. Well done to everyone that participated. Sorry to those that have been knocked out, and I will see you next video.